Hi there. Thanks for tuning in. This is Elvira's here, helping you connect the dots between mind and body. So, if you have been following me for a little while, maybe you sometimes wonder, what is she doing? Where is she going? And, I jump around a little bit from time to time, but all my desire, my passion, my mission is to help you understand more about life in a very down to earth, simple manner with simple English words and explanations. So I found I've been in the past for personal development. Now I've been studying with whoever, and one of my big to start one. I started with Tony Robbins some 42 years ago, and quite a while after that, I've been reading books in between, but quite a while after that, Bob Proctor came on the scene. And I have studied with him probably the longest, like 5-6 years or so. I did everything with him. He also qualified me. Life success consultant. So anyway, what I learned from Bob is, simplify it. He had, unfortunately, he passed over 2 years ago, almost 2.5 years ago. He had a knack of explaining things so simple that you could not escape understanding it. And if you did not understand it just like that, you went over and over it again because it was your problem, your barriers that you had put up, not his simple explanation. So I am sort of following in his footsteps. I love to help you understand how you can improve the quality of your life. And I like to relate that back. For me, the most important thing is your health. And I don't know where you're coming from, what your religion is, doesn't matter to me. The only thing that I would like you to know, which you probably understand, is that God or source energy or infinite intelligence created us humans with the capability of healing ourselves, of making ourselves whole again. Whenever we were sick, we have the ability to heal ourselves, provided we give our body the proper mental and physical nutrients and emotional nutrients. That's the most important thing. So that's where I come from. So whatever I talk about, I do my best to bend it back to how it affects your health. Because I want you to really question yourself if it's necessary to continue to run to the doctor and ask for yet another prescription, which is not going to help you whatsoever, not one single nanobit. So I came across Bob, one of these things again online, and I go like, oh, so good. So anyway, I listened and I looked it up and I wrote it down, and I want you to listen also, because the word is used often, more often than you probably understand that it's necessary. A lot of talk is about the paradigm. You have to change your paradigm. You can change your paradigm. Okay, so it took me the longest time to understand what the paradigm is. And maybe you are in the same boat. The paradigm, as Bob Proctor put it, is so simple. It's a program. It's a group of habits in your subconscious mind controlling your behavior. A group of habits in your subconscious mind controlling your behavior. So what is a habit? A habit is something that you do over and over and over and over again without putting an emotion in it. And coming from Europe, the easiest analogy I can give you is driving a stick shift car. When you do that in the first instance, you just, what we call it, you grind coffee because you don't put the clutch down fast enough to shift the gears. So at a certain point, you have done this so many times, you know how to shift the gears, you do it talking to your friend, putting on makeup and driving on the freeway or driving in the city and shifting gears all the time. That is a habit. There is no more emotion in it. So the paradigm, the group of habits that you have created over the years that are now nicely settled in your subconscious mind and you have no clue about them, they control your life. They limit your life also for a very large part, actually for the majority, because the subconscious actually is in control of your life, not the conscious, the subconscious. That is where the habits lie, where everything goes automatically. That's the subconscious mind. Nice if it is good, but a lot of stuff in there is from an era when you were growing up that is not really you, and you would like to get rid of that. What I wanted to go to is, the faculties that the human has. And the simplest ones are you can hear, see, smell, taste, and touch, right? Everybody knows that. Hear, see, smell, taste, and touch. That's what we can do on a daily basis. But we also have the imagination. And the imagination is part of the six higher faculties that we have. And that's the imagination, the memory. It's a higher faculty. The perception, how do we see something? We usually see things through the lenses, through the filters of our education, how we were raised. We actually look through the glasses of our parents and grandparents at things until we wake up and go like, no, I can see this different. That's the perception. You have the will and you have the reason. I'm not going to go into that. And then there is one more, which is very, very important as well. That's intuition. Intuition is those hunches that you have. Let's stick with imagination for a moment, and I will continue to come back to that. Mostly you have heard from Albert Einstein, and he said that imagination is more important than knowledge. Why? Because knowledge is limited to all we know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world and all there will ever be to know and understand. Imagination has to do with the fact that you create your life. You are the creator of your life. Nobody else does it for you. You do it. And if you feel that somebody else is creating your life, you just got to stop, sit, and think like, what's going on here? I'm giving my power away, because you are in charge of your own life. You always have been and you will always be. If that is not the case, you got to question the circumstances that you are in. There's always a way. There's always a way to create your life and to escape wherever you are. You are allowing that. That's a harsh sound, but that's the truth. So, imagination. Reflecting back on all the stuff we've been going through in the past couple of years, we have been led to believe that the government is always right. And the World Harm Organization is always right. And people like Fauci, etc., and governments here, they're always right. However, nobody told you that you can imagine beyond that. You can imagine yourself healthy. And that's from any kind of disease, because disease starts here in the mind. It starts with wrong thinking that is not in alignment with who you really are. And that's called the sin. You know, Jesus spoke Aramaic, and I speak 4 languages, and I know that one word can usually be translated in various ways, and they have chosen to translate whatever Jesus said in the word sin. And what is actually meant is that forgive them, Father, because they are not in alignment with their source energy, with who they really are. So you can imagine your life, how you want it to be, healthy, happy, energized. It's all here. Meditate. Close your eyes, put some plugs in your ear. If you want to listen to white noise, put your cell phone on the recording, put it on your stove in the kitchen, put on the exhaust and record that sound. It's boring like hell. It works like a gem. It's called white noise. Listen to that for 15 minutes and just connect, silence your mind as much as you can. Focus back, silence your mind, and connect with your higher source. What would you do if time and money is not an issue? Imagine that. And when you come out of the 15-minute meditation, write it down and look at it every single day. Read it over and over and over. Nothing is off limits. Just do that. I'm going to stop now because otherwise it gets too long. I'll continue tomorrow. I appreciate you tuning in and listening to me again. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment. I'm here to help you create a fantastic life, improve your life, answer your questions you never got an answer to, you're feeling lost in an area. Just ask me. Just ask me. Just ask me. And hopefully, most likely, I will be able to get you an answer. Thanks again. Take care. Bye.